Guys, I'm so excited for fall. Like, don't I look so fall right now? Like look at my outfit. Tell me this isn't giving fall. I just need my atmosphere to give fall, because this is not giving fall. This is giving not fall. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be reading your crochet hot takes. If you guys don't know what a hot take is, it's basically a hot take. So like saying something about something that is not normalized, if that makes sense. So for example, if we're talking about crocheting, if I said something like,
I love making blankets out of single crochets.
That is a hot take, because I bet you looked at me like this.
Huh?
You know what I mean? So a hot take is something that somebody says and you kind of look at them like, or you're like, you know what I mean? So let me tell you my hot takes. Or not my hot takes. Let me tell y'all's hot takes. I want to talk about it. Or for my black yarn is just literally, I'm not doing that. No. Guys, yes. You gotta get it together, because my scalp is always greasy. I asked you guys over on Instagram for your crochet hot takes. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on there, because I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff on there, and I ask you guys a lot of questions, and you guys are part of a lot of the decisions I make on Instagram. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and shameless plug, put that there. Yeah, go ahead and follow that. But I'm gonna be crocheting some orders while I do this. My black yarn is just literally all over the place. I'm trying to find the end of it so I can get started on this. I scrolled through some of the stuff you guys said out of curiosity, and let's just try not to get canceled. Like, guys, don't get me canceled. Granny square clothing is ugly. Like, you could have just been like, oh, I don't like granny. I agree with you to a certain extent. I don't think granny square clothing is necessarily
okay, James.
I don't think it's ugly. I will say, and guys, don't get mad at me, I will say the little crochet granny square sweaters, like the sweater vests or like the tank tops you see in Target and like Walmart, like the ones you see that are, I don't like that. I really don't like that. And it's so crazy, because every time I see somebody out in public like that with like one of those granny square tops, somebody around me will be like, oh my gosh, you can crochet that. And it's always that granny
They're
square
always ugly.
tank top.
They're always the
Single
ugly or
time.
fat.
But the issue is not necessarily the design. For me, it's the colors. They always pick all these colors that just are not cohesive. Oh my gosh. Okay, somebody said, I don't know if this is crazy, but I don't like the ergonomic hooks. I prefer using my normal hooks. And nobody gets me when I say that. I've been crocheting for so long, and I don't know if it's the way I hold my hooks, or maybe I just have wrists of steel, but I've never ever had issues with my wrists. But a lot of people that crochet tend to have issues with their wrists, because the movement, it gives them wrist aches, and ergonomic hooks, is that how you say it? That really helps them. Or like just the hooks with the rubber grips helps them to prevent that wrist pain. And I've never ever had an issue with wrist pain. I pray that I never do. So I've never really been interested in getting ergonomic hooks. But one day my friend convinced me to try out rubber hooks, because she uses rubber hooks, and when I tell y'all I could not crochet with that rubber hook, I went right back to my aluminum hooks, and I've been here ever since. I literally gave away all my rubber hooks because I just cannot work with them. Like the grip, you're holding it like this, like I can't work fast when I'm holding my, you know, I just need like a tiny precision hold so that I can get more precise with my work. I've never been able to work with like thick crochet hooks. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know if it's just, well, obviously not, just like, you know, Emma, thank you for agreeing with me, but like I cannot use ergonomic crochet hooks. I can't crochet fast, I mess up, and it also makes my tension really loose, and I don't like that. So I'm all for my aluminum hooks. I've tried plastic hooks, I've tried rubber hooks, I've tried wooden hooks, I've tried every single type of crochet hook, and I just always go back. I can't crochet at all unless I'm sitting down watching a series. I mean, I won't even start something. Honestly, for me, I can't just crochet in silence. I mean, I can, I've done it before, but it was probably like by accident. Like I would never voluntarily choose to just sit down and crochet. Like what? So for me, I always have to have a movie or a TV show or an audiobook or music, or even music is like I don't know, I just can't sit and listen to music and crochet. I just get bored. I would just get bored. Like I need to be watching something, I need to be, because that's why audiobooks work for me, because it's a story, I'm like in the story. But just music, I don't know, I can't get with that unless I'm out in public. If I'm out in public, I can crochet literally with anything, because there's background noise. Like you hear people around you, you see people around you, like there's stuff going on around you. I can crochet in that. But if I'm just in my room, but it's also vice versa. Like I can't watch a show without crocheting. I can't watch a movie without crocheting. I can't listen to audiobook without crocheting. And so it makes me think, like, what was I doing before I was crocheting? How was I getting through shows? Like, was I just sitting there and watch? Like, how do somebody just sit there and watch a show? Somebody said, not everything needs to be crocheted. Leave the crochet jorts alone. Any type of acrylic yarn for clothing ends up so chopped. Skilled or not, it's so blocky. And you know what? I agree to a certain extent. I'm gonna say that again because I agree to a certain extent. Where I agree with you is tight clothing. So if you're crocheting like a tight shirt or a long sleeve fitted shirt, I don't think acrylic yarn is the best way to go, because even after you steam it, the yarn is so thick that it can still look bulky, if that makes sense. Like recently I made a crochet top. It was like an off the shoulder top. It's so freaking cute. I love it so much, but the issue is I made it with acrylic yarn and I really regret that. Even though I steamed it, it's so thick and it makes me look bulky and I don't like that. I think if I would have used a thinner yarn, maybe like a cotton blend or like a bamboo type of yarn, it definitely would have turned out so much better and way more flowy and fitted, and it wouldn't make me feel like a quarterback, you know what I mean? But when it comes to big projects like sweaters and ponchos and things like that, I think acrylic yarn is perfectly fine because they're meant to be big. Like they're not meant to make you look small. They're meant to be big and comfortable, and if you steam them or block them properly, you're good. I think it looks good. I don't know, maybe I have crochet blindness and I'm over here crocheting these crazy sweaters with acrylic yarn thinking it looks good when it doesn't, but I really do think it looks good if you use acrylic yarn on bigger projects. But if you go for something smaller, I think you should opt out of using acrylic. So that's my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not that skilled or knowledgeable in the types of yarns and what you should use it for and when you should use this and when you should use that. Even though I've been crocheting for so long and it's something I should know, I literally just pick up what I think will work. I've never really put much thought into it. So let me know what you guys think, because you guys are way more skilled than me and like know a lot more than me, and I actually am interested to hear what you think acrylic yarn should and should not be used for. I have never and will never use a gauge swatch, and I agree like 100%. I agree fully 100%. I will never do a gauge swatch. I've never done one and I'm perfectly fine. Would my crochet projects probably fit better if I did? Yes, 100%, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not doing that. No, I've never in my life done a gauge swatch and I never will. I never will. Maybe if I start like knitting or something and I really don't know what even then I'm not doing a gauge swatch. I don't care. Call me immature. I'm not doing a gauge swatch. I don't even know what it is, to be honest, so I'm not doing it. Somebody said people who struggle with magic rings are liars. Who said that? People who struggle with magic rings are liars. Who said that? Who said that? I empathize with people who cannot do magic circles. I do, because whenever I first started crocheting, that magic circle was so impossible. It was so impossible. So I do not advocate for bullying people who do not know how to do magic circle, because it was so hard when I started. I could not make, like, it stopped me from making bucket hats. I could not make bucket hats. I had to do the chain 4 slip stitch into the first stitch method for a very long time. So I will never ever ever bully anybody who cannot do a magic circle, because I was there once upon a time. But then after a couple months I figured it out. Once you figure it out, it's so easy. It is so easy once you figure it out. Like I don't even think twice. I always do a magic ring. And I will say though, if you're a couple years deep and you still don't know how to do it, I'ma still stand up for you, but like whenever we're alone, you gotta get it together. Like, crochet only looks good if you use a very thin yarn and a very small hook. I don't make the rules. Well, there was a phase of my life where I really would have agreed with you, but I think I'm growing out of that. Reason being is I used to think that crochet was just so crochet. Like it was like, I just, not for other people, just for me. I would think like, oh, I'm not wearing that. Like it's just so obviously crocheted. Like I want it to look knit, or I want the stitches to be so tiny that it doesn't look crocheted. And that really used to irk me. Like that's why I would never wear my wearables outside the house, because I wanted it to look professional. I wanted it to look store-bought. I wanted it to look knit. I didn't want it to look handmade. And I think the reason I felt that way was because I made it, and so like I know all the imperfections. I've been staring at this project and making this project for a long time. Like I no longer want to look at it, and so therefore I just got tired of seeing crochet, you know what I mean? So I wanted it to look like something I couldn't do, like knitting or crocheting with a small hook and a thin yarn. So I like kind of despised the way crochet clothing looked on me, because I would see it on other people and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like why don't I wear my crochet pieces out? That is so freaking cute. Like that is so cute. I need to wear my crochet pieces out just for me to make it and then never wear it out. You know what I mean? So I think because it's our own project and we made it and we stared at it for so long, we just don't want to see it anymore, and like it's just sickening. Like I don't want to see that color ever again, you know what I mean? So I don't know how to get around that. I think the only way to get around that is to learn how to crochet faster. I don't even know, but that's how I feel about it. I now appreciate the time and the effort and the art of crocheting a little bit more, so I don't mind the way crochet pieces look, if they look more crocheted or if they look less crocheted. I don't care. If you made it, it looks good. It looks good. Get out. It's really all in your head. Get out of your head. Imagine if you saw somebody wearing that, how cute you would think that looked. You would probably go up to them and compliment them, right? So get out of your head. It's all in your head. It is very cute. You can wear it out, and that's that. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Acrylic yarn hate is forced. Yes, 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 yes. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. First of all, acrylic yarn is affordable. It's perfect for beginners. The color variety is amazing. You could literally go to any store and pick up acrylic yarn, and if you steam it, it's not stiff. Think about it, guys. Where did we all start? Acrylic yarn, right? Acrylic is that girl. Like if you steam it, she's really that girl. She is that girl. If you put it on fire, get all the fuzzies, get rid of all the fuzzies, she's that girl. Like there's literally no issue with acrylic yarn. I will say though, like Red Heart yarn and that Walmart yarn, like rough acrylic yarn, the hate is not forced. I don't like that kind of yarn. It's perfect to start with just so that you can get a very cheap yarn and get your practice in, but once you get better at crocheting, definitely step away from that kind of yarn. It's very, very uncomfortable, very stiff, very itchy. It's not good yarn. I think that if you get a good acrylic yarn, it's 100% worth it. Like the Hobby Lobby acrylic yarn, I love this acrylic yarn, is the best acrylic yarn in my opinion ever. Like it is so soft, it barely pills, it comes with so many colors, it comes in a big pack, and it's cheap. So yes, acrylic yarn hate is forced because I love acrylic yarn and I will love it to the day I die. If you just manipulate it properly and use it for the right projects, there's literally nothing wrong with it at all. Okay, I'm gonna try to yap a little bit less because I feel like I'm just supposed to be reading your guys' hot takes and I'm like fighting y'all, so let me temper it down. Crochet starts to get tiring when you make it a business, and I think this is with any hobby. If you turn a hobby into a business, there's gonna be a very big chance, especially if your business is very successful, that you're gonna fall out of love with the hobby because it starts to feel like a job. And you hear a lot of people say this, like a lot of people will be like, I don't turn my hobby into a job because I don't want to hate it. And I definitely agree with this. I haven't gotten to the point of hating crocheting, but I've definitely gotten to the point of not wanting to do it because it feels like work. Like sometimes I'll find myself being like, I kind of want to crochet right now, but if I crochet, then I need to crochet something productive, and then that makes it not fun. So I've been trying to crochet things more for me and not so much for what I think will blow up on the internet or whatever. I try to crochet something that I feel like crocheting. Like if I want to crochet, I'll give myself the freedom to crochet whatever I want, regardless of whether it's gonna make me money or not. And I think that's what makes me still love the hobby and have it still feel like a hobby, because I crochet fun things. Like I make YouTube videos where I crochet whatever I want and you guys watch it and it's so fun. And I think that's what makes it so worth it for me and makes it not feel so daunting and feel like a job. Just making sure that you're still being creative with your hobby and not just doing it for other people will definitely still make it feel like a fun hobby while you're also monetizing it. Knit is prettier, but I crochet anyways because it's easier and still cute. I agree. Like I agree. Certain things crocheted do look better than knit, and certain things knits, I knew I was gonna mess that up. Certain things crocheted looks better than if it was knit, and then vice versa. When it comes to like a basic sweater, knit looks so much better in my opinion. Just a basic simple sweater, knit looks so good. But when it comes to something more intricate, like say a poncho with granny squares, crochet is the way to go. You know what I mean? So I think it just depends on the project, but I definitely hear you out here. Like knit looks so good, and it's why I want to learn how to knit so bad, so I can make just simple projects. Like for the simple projects, I wish I knew how to knit, but for the more intricate designs and like the cool art, crochet. Oh, so y'all wanna talk about me? Somebody said huge yarn stashes should not be as normalized as they are. I'm gonna stay quiet. Okay, see, this is what I was saying. People should stop mixing the ugliest colors in their granny squares like black and neon. First of all, so y'all don't cancel me, everybody's entitled to do whatever they want with their art. If you want to put green and blue and pink in your art, by all means, do that. If you love those colors, do that. That is so beautiful for you if you love that. But I think the reason people say they don't like granny square art and granny square crochet clothing is because they see colors that they don't like. And colors are subjective. Like, what you do with your project is your decision. If you like certain colors, that doesn't mean everybody's gonna like them. And so no, I don't think people should stop using ugly colors on their projects because it's ugly to you, but it might be beautiful to them. But I will say people need to stop judging projects based on the colors, because I always see crochet projects that I don't necessarily like the colors, but when I imagine them in my color palette, oh my gosh, 10s across the board, it would look so cute. So I think next time you go to judge a crochet project and think, oh, that's ugly, like I don't like that, think how it would look with your color palette, styled the way that you would want it. Once we start doing that, guys, we won't be as judgmental on people's projects. You know what I mean? So I think that the colorway does save the project, and you just have to imagine it with your colorways. Spreading baby oil on the crochet hook so that acrylic yarn doesn't make the squeaky noise. That is smart. Something I do that is like a lot more accessible is I'll just like, whenever I'm crocheting with squeaky yarn, I'll take my hook and I'll just like rub it on my scalp because my scalp is always greasy. So whenever I do that, it lubricates the hook and then I don't get that squeaky noise. I don't remember where I learned that hack, but I've been using it for years and it works so good. So if you ever have a squeaky crochet hook, literally find something that's a little bit lubricated, like your scalp, or if you have moisturizer on, get like a little moisturizer from your neck or something, and then I'm telling you, it won't be squeaky no more. As weird as it sounds, it works. It really works. I wish crocheting was harder so less people did it, because now I'm just basic. She's basically saying that she wishes, well, I'm sure you understood what she said. That is so funny to me because whenever I first learned how to crochet, everybody was like, because it was before crocheting was popular, so everybody was like,
this is so cool, like this is crazy, your crochet mom.
Like it was like I was like on top of the world. Like it felt like I was so cool. Like everybody was hyping me up and I was like, dang, is it like really that cool? Like it's so easy to me and it's just a quick little hobby, but everybody thought it was like the coolest thing ever. But now that crocheting is so normalized, everybody's just like, oh yeah, my cousin crochets too. Oh yeah, my sister crochets too. Oh yeah, my mom crochets too. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like that's amazing. I love that crochet is like big and popular now, but it's just so funny to see that shift in people's attitude from like, whoa, that is, to being like, oh yeah, my mom crochets. Oh yeah, I crochet sometimes. Oh yeah, my sister crochets, you know? And so it's, I just think that's so funny. Oh my gosh, everybody is saying magic rings aren't hard. Like y'all are, guys, I look forward to weaving in my ends. So fun. I don't know if you're trying to be funny. Who enjoys weaving in their ends? You actually might need to go into a padded room. It's okay not to sell something for what it's worth, but what will people... It's okay not to sell what something is... It's okay to sell something not for what it's worth, but for people... It's okay to not sell something for what it's worth, but for... It's okay to not sell something for what it's worth, but for what people will buy it for. So basically, it's okay to sell something for what it's worth. No, it's okay to sell, no. It's okay to not sell something for what it's okay to not sell what something is. Bro, this is giving me PTSD.
Are you Kamryn happy that you started a YouTube channel?
It's okay to not sell for what something is worth, but what people will actually buy it for. There we go. So basically, you got it. And I shouldn't agree, but I do. And I think, when it comes to pricing crochet pieces, it's so subjective. Like it's so hard to know when a price is right or wrong because the art and the time and everything that you put into that project, it should be $1,000. It should be $1,000. Like it should be a lot of money, but what people will actually buy it for, because they don't see the time, they don't see the art, they don't see that, they just see the finished piece, and nobody really appreciates, like, it, well, some people do, and some people are very good people. I pray that both sides of the pillows are cold, but a lot of people don't understand what goes into art, and so whenever they see that price, they're just like, oh, I can get that off a Shein, you know what I mean? And I understand that, fully understand. I understand both sides, and so it's so hard to pick a price for your crochet pieces or just your art in general, because it's more special to you than it is to that other person, you know what I mean? So I underprice myself. I think a lot of crocheters do, and I think that's okay. If you feel like you're benefiting from what you're selling your product for and you don't feel like you got gypped out of your money, by all means, like, do what you do, you know what I mean? If I'm still making a profit, even though it's not as much as I would want to be making, I'm still happy in the end because I got to get it off of my hands. I got to give it to somebody who actually wants it, and I made a little bit of a profit. So I agree with whatever you want to price your crochet project as. I will agree with you. You know what I mean? Because whatever you think it's worth or whatever you think somebody will buy it for is on you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like hard to, there's no perfect price. I love the 6-day star blanket. I keep making them. There's a lot of hate around the 6-day star blanket. I think mainly because the creator, there was like something, I don't remember. I'm not gonna spread false information because I don't actually know. But I did enjoy making the 6-day star blanket. Even though I didn't make it in 6 days, I still had a lot of fun with it because every row was different. So it was still fun and I actually completed it, which coming from me means that that pattern is completely, like, you can definitely complete it. If I completed it, you can complete it. So I agree. A lot of people say they hate making it because it's too time consuming. It's not actually 6 days. It's, well, I don't know. I just know that there's a lot of controversy around the 6-day star blanket because of the pattern and because of the creator, but I think the pattern is beautiful. I'm setting aside the creator and the pattern. I don't,
Get somebody else to do it.
I never said the creator was, nope. I'm just saying I like the pattern itself. It is a little bit hard to understand like the written pattern, but the YouTube videos, if you follow the written pattern with her YouTube videos, it's actually very easy. And I think it's worth it. It was really fun for me. It was a great way to get rid of my scrap projects and I would definitely do it again. Okay, she said, I know this is the only way a top will be tight, but please stop with the tied backs. And oh my goodness, I love crocheting. I love crochet tops. I love them, but the main reason I don't wear them is the tie back tops. I can't with the tie back tops because, not because it looks bad. I love the way it looks. It's beautiful. I love to show off my back muscles, but where it gets me is the bra situation. Like, I'm still trying to figure out like how I can work around that. It's been 4 years and I still haven't figured it out, but I love crochet tops so much and I want to wear them so bad, but I just need to figure out, like, I don't know, you could get cakes or you can get like pasties or something, but no, it's not enough support. You know what I mean? Like, I need, you know what I mean? So once I figure that out, I'll be good. And I know you're probably thinking like, why don't you just make it like in the round, like make it closed at the back? It doesn't give the same effect. It's not the same. It's not as tight and it doesn't cinch the way that a tie back one does. I like stressing myself out with orders for money. And I agree 100%. I love being stressed out about my orders. I don't know why, like, it's such a weird thing, but I love being busy and I love being stressed out. Like, I hate it in the moment, but then when it's done, I'm like, wow, that was kind of like, that was adrenaline. Like, that was kind of fun. Like, once it all gets done, it's so fun. But in the moment, you do feel like you're going to die. But when it's all done, that was fun. Let's do it again. You know what I mean? I love giving away projects for free. I hate putting a price on what I make. Wow, that is so noble. Like, that is so generous. Like, I wish I had a heart that kind.
But I don't.
But honestly, I get where you're coming from. Like, putting a price tag on it just makes it feel like, am I, like, you know? And I only have this issue whenever I give somebody something in person. Like, if I'm crocheting something for somebody face to face, like if I'm like, oh, my friend is like, oh, can you crochet me this? And I crochet it for them and I have to tell them the price. I'm like, I feel like, so like, is it even worth this? Like, do you even like it that much? Is it worth that much money? You know, versus online. Whenever it's online, I feel better because somebody sees the pictures and they decide that it's perfect and it's worth the price and they buy it. Whenever I crochet something for somebody in person, I definitely do it for way less than what I would sell it online for, just because, again, online, like, they see the picture, they see the crochet project and they decide, oh yes, I love that, I will pay the price for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's just me, but I definitely feel that way too. Okay. Somebody said Big Twist is and will only be that girl. I disagree. I'm hopping on the Big Twist hate train and there's nobody on it. It's just me. Honestly, like, I've been so silent about this, but it's time I speak my truth. It's time I speak my truth. Everybody loves Big Twist yarn and I don't like it. I feel like it pills too much. It like comes apart very easily and it's just not as soft as I want it to be. And I'm not a big fan of Big Twist yarn. I'm not. I do like their posh yarn though. I mean, RIP, Big Twist is no longer with us, but I do like their posh yarn. I will say that, but I just can't get with their acrylic yarn. I don't like it. It's a little rough. It kind of, it's like a step up from Red Heart yarn for me. I hope you guys don't unsubscribe and hate me for this, but I don't really like it. But I will say Big Twist, their color selection is phenomenal. They always have the shade that I need, like the shade that I want, they have it every single time. I hate crocheting small projects. I love crocheting big projects. And I agree with you so much. I think big projects are so rewarding whenever it's done and the time that I don't like putting effort into a crochet project, a big one where you get the perfect yarn, you have the perfect sketch, you're frogging it to make it perfectly fit and you're not rushing it, you're just working on it whenever you have time. Those are the best crochet projects. Those are the best crochet projects because whenever it's done, oh, it looks so beautiful. Whereas with fast crochet projects, yes, they're fun, but then it's just like, it's like a temporary high. Like, it's just like, oh, that was fun, next. You know what I mean? Versus the big crochet projects, it's just so rewarding. rewarding. Like everything you've been working towards is done. And I agree with you. I think weirdly enough, very unpopular opinion, very controversial, very hot take of me, I think the best way for me to get out of a crochet slump is to crochet a big project, which is what I'm doing right now because I have been in the biggest crochet slump of my life. And I thought like making cute little small crochet projects would get me out of it, but the only thing that got me out of it was starting a sweater, like literally starting a sweater made out of half double crochets. So yeah, I agree with you. I think big projects are definitely way more rewarding and way more fun than small projects, but small projects are definitely still fun. So yeah, that is all the crochet hot takes that I'm gonna read today. Let me know if you want a part 2. I had a lot of fun filming this. I hope I didn't make anybody angry in this video, but let me know if you agree or disagree with me on anything that we talked about today. I'm curious to know your guys' opinion. I love hearing everybody's unpopular or popular opinions about these niche little things I love, like crocheting and reading. I love hearing opinions, and I would never judge anybody for their opinion. But let me know if you want a part 2 again. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon in our next video. And until then, bye. I can't with the tieback tops because, not because it looks bad. I love the way it looks. It's beautiful. I love an open back. I love to show off my black muscles.
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that,
No.
you know what